In the early 20th century, animal circuses were a major form of entertainment, drawing massive crowds with promises of exotic creatures and death-defying acts. Behind the dazzling lights and vibrant posters, however, lay a dark reality. Tigers jumping through flaming hoops and elephants balancing on stools were not natural behaviors, but results of brutal training methods. The spectacle was designed to distract from the suffering endured by these animals, whose lives were far removed from the applause and cheers. Beyond the main tent, a dimly lit corridor led to the animals' holding area, a place hidden from public view. Rusty chains hung from the walls, and blood-stained hay littered the floor. Handlers moved through the shadows, their wits a constant threat. The air was thick with the scent of fear and decay. This was where the animals were kept when not performing, their spirits broken by relentless abuse and confinement. The animals' cages were cramped and filthy, with barely enough room to turn around. Elephants stood shackled by their legs, their skin raw from constant rubbing. Bears bore scars from muzzles forced upon them, and lions limped from untreated injuries. These creatures, once symbols of wild freedom, were now reduced to broken shadows of themselves. Their suffering was invisible to the audience, who saw only the illusion of harmony between man and beast. The training sessions were exercises in cruelty. Bears were forced to stand on balls by handlers wielding hot irons, their fur scorched from repeated burns. The animals' terrified cries echoed through the chamber, ignored by those who saw them as mere tools for profit. This brutal conditioning was justified as necessary to create the illusion of willing performers. The reality was a cycle of pain and submission, hidden behind the curtain of entertainment. A young circus worker, new to the job, stood frozen in shock as he witnessed the abuse. Clutching a bucket of raw meat, he realized the true cost of the show's magic. The handler's laughter as animals writhed in pain struck him deeply. This was not the glamorous life he had imagined. His innocence collided with the grim reality, leaving him torn between duty and morality. The circus owner, a portly man surrounded by stacks of money, dismissed the boy's concerns with a wave of his cigar. "Profit over mercy," he sneered, his office adorned with posters boasting record attendance. To him, the animals were replaceable commodities, their pain irrelevant, as long as the crowds kept coming. The boy's idealism was met with cynical laughter, a stark reminder of the industry's heartless priorities. Determined to act, the boy sneaked back to the cages, his hands shaking as he fumbled with the locks. The lion inside roared softly, sensing his intent. But before he could free the animal, a handler grabbed him by the collar, snarling threats. The boy's rebellion was crushed in an instant, his hope extinguished as he was dragged away, the lion's frustrated roar echoing behind him. During the next show, the tortured lion, pushed beyond endurance, turned on its handler. The audience screamed as chaos erupted under the big top. The lion's attack was not mindless violence, but a desperate bid for freedom. Other animals, sensing the shift, stirred in their cages. The carefully constructed illusion of control shattered, revealing the truth beneath the spectacle. In the chaos, a lantern tipped over, igniting the dry canvas. Flames spread rapidly, consuming the Grand Circus sign. Animals bolted from their cages, fleeing the inferno. The fire and accidental act of destruction became a symbol of liberation. The boy, now free from his captors, watched as the circus burned, its horrors laid bare by the blaze. As dawn broke, the charred remains of the circus smoldered in silence. Abandoned cages stood empty, their doors swung wide. A lone elephant wandered freely, its chains broken. The boy, now a witness to both cruelty and resilience, walked away, carrying the weight of what he had seen. The text, "Their pain was never part of the show," faded into the sky, a solemn reminder of the cost of entertainment.